I'm fairly certain you've been asked the question, what do you do? Usually in relation to your job. But have you ever heard this question? A que te dedicas? It's a common phrase in Spain. And no, it doesn't mean what's your job. It's much deeper than that. On my recent trip through Catalonia, Spain, I discovered the power of this question and how it connects to purpose, passion, and yes, even the mattress industry. It's a simple reminder that just might change the way you think forever and the way you work. The FAM podcast starts right now. For the first time ever, top retailers can introduce the mattress that's been locked away inside of one of America's top mattress retailers until now. Introducing Prana Sleep, the ultimate luxury mattress collection designed by lifelong sleep industry leaders who set out to create the best sleep experience imaginable at any cost. Born from decades of industry expertise and real-world retail feedback, Prana Sleep doesn't just sell mattresses, it sells satisfaction, loyalty, and premium performance. Now, Prana Sleep is awarding these unparalleled products to a select group of top-tier retailers. Proudly made in the USA, Prana Sleep mattresses are handcrafted in private factories by top-tier craftspeople, ensuring exceptional quality and detail. What sets Prana Sleep apart? 100% natural materials, luxury latex, and the only machines in the world that quilt latex directly into the top panel for a one-of-a-kind, indulgent feel. Stand out in the marketplace with a mattress line engineered for luxury and crafted for those who demand the best. Your competition will hate selling against Prana Sleep because nothing compares. Prana Sleep, bring the secret to success into your stores today. Go to pranasleep.com now to apply. Did you know that 86% of customers buy from the first business that responds? And if you text back very quickly, that number jumps to over 90%. That's why Podium's AI employee, Jerry, is a game changer. Jerry never sleeps, never takes a lunch break, and never puts in a 2-week notice. He's always on, responding in seconds, so you never lose a lead again. Turn missed calls into texts, capture more leads, and close more deals, all with Podium. Want to see how it works? Get a demo today at podium.com/fam. Podium, because speed wins sales.
Welcome to the FAM podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the betting business get even better.
Hey fam, welcome, bienvenidos. Tara and I just got back from an unforgettable 5-night cycling tour around the Catalonia region of Spain. We explored the countryside near Salvador Dali's boyhood home in Figueres and Girona and had one of the most epic rides of my entire life along the Costa Brava from Sagaro, Spain to Tossa de Mar. It's about 16 miles. We rode out and back, so about 30 plus miles. And along the way, there were sweeping views of the Mediterranean Sea. There were cliffs, there were curves. At one point, we were going probably 8 or 9 miles per hour uphill, and motorcyclists zipped past us at probably 120 to 150 miles per hour, leaned over, knees nearly scraping the asphalt. It was terrifying and invigorating all at once. It was incredible. We wandered through medieval villages. We met incredible people. One stop that really stuck with me was this amazing tea ceremony in a pottery studio of Catarina, Roma. She actually digs wild clay out of the mountainside and crafts these beautiful ceramics by hand. Talk about dedication. It was really special to experience that personal space. We also had a once-in-a-lifetime dinner at a 300-year-old Spanish farm that they grow everything from grapes and olives and vegetables and flowers. We had homemade paella. We drank wine that was made right there on the property. Pepe played flamenco music on guitar, and Martí, the young farmer taking over his family farm, showed us the operation where they actually make about 15,000 bottles of wine. They grow the grapes, they actually have the winery right there on the property. They age the wine in their barrels, and they don't really sell it outside of the Catalonia region. They sort of make it for other farmers. It was €3.50, so less than $4 per bottle. And it was incredible. It was the first time I'd ever had white wine that was aged in chestnut. Beautiful wines and such a special experience. So this was a really fun trip. We spent our time with this company called Duvine, Duvine, and our guides, Harvey and Luigi, were absolutely amazing people. I told Harvey this. I'm like, you're not just one of the coolest guides I've ever met. You're one of the coolest guys. And I have a special place, obviously, for people that put together events and stage experiences and have warmth and welcome to their guests, because that's so much of what we do with the fam, with Sleep Summit and with Dream Camp and the events that we put together, the happy hours in Vegas, the parties. It's all meant to bring people together and help them have an amazing experience. So whenever I see somebody that's doing that at a high level and doing it with such professionalism and dedication, I really have a special place in my heart for them. Harvey has an amazing story too. His family moved to France. He's British. His family moved to France when he was young, and they would go from house to house, fixing it up, renovating it, and then selling it. And so he moved a lot. And then at 15, he got into a language program in Barcelona, and he pitched the idea to his parents for him to go live in Barcelona at 15, sort of on his own. And he gets to Barcelona, and he said he was picking up more Spanish on the streets than he was in the language program. So he promptly dropped out of the language program and was essentially on his own in Barcelona at a very young age. He's been a chef. He obviously knows construction quite well. He's an amazing historian, and he's in charge of creating all of the experiences, the cycling experiences in the country of Spain for Duvine. And he's truly dedicated to his craft as a guide and as an experience creator and as a connector of people. And he's the one that brought this question. And he did it in such a cool way. The question was, "A que te dedicas?" To what do you dedicate yourself? And so from the very beginning of the experience that we had in Spain, there were 8 people on the cycling tour. And he asked us at the first lunch to not share what our jobs are. And, you know, in the Western culture, especially in the United States, we tend to sort of over-index on this question of, what do you do? What's your job? And he said he just wants us to connect. He wants us to listen. He wants us to be part of the human experience that we're going to have as these things evolve with us, just gelling as a group, riding on bikes, just being like kids. Let's get out and ride bikes and have some food together. And so finally on night 4, all of the jobs came out. We decided that was going to be the big reveal. And it turns out, you know, we were riding bikes alongside the chairman of the board at Tufts University. Shout out to Jeff. His wife, Linda, a true champion for women's health, a real estate and mountain biking mogul, Sarah, a former bigwig CEO, the pharmacy magnate of Australia, a woman who fled Venezuela 8 years ago and is now helping aging adults through fitness. All these jobs came out, but what stuck with me the most was the question that Harvey posed, because those are our jobs, but to what do we dedicate ourselves? A que te dedicas? It doesn't mean what do you do. It means to what do you dedicate yourself? And so as I was riding bikes through the Catalonia region and pondering this question, it really brought me back to our industry in a way, because there's heart, there's purpose, and there's value in rededicating yourself to that which you are passionate about. And sometimes travel is such a special way to like step out of your day to day, get out of your rhythm and grind, and think about, to what do you dedicate yourself? Okay, so is it just Spain? No. This concept and this idea comes up across many cultures. So let's go through a few of them. In Japan, it's called your ikigai. It's your reason for being. And in Japan, they want your reason for being, your passion, your skills, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for to intersect. That's your ikigai. And it's for your entire life. It's not just during your working life. And so it's very important for aging Japanese to have an ikigai. In Sweden, it's lagom. This is a little bit different, but lagom in Swedish is not too little, not too much, just right. So it's about balance. It's about contentment. In Denmark, close cousins there, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, hygge. but it's like this cozy well-being that's found in life's little moments. That's probably more around like being present with that which is around you, which that's a dedication in and of itself. And I feel very strongly about being dedicated to that concept of being present in life's little moments. In Greece, they say maraki. Maraki. I love this one. It's doing something with soul, creativity, or love. And, even though this is a term that comes from Greece, when you're in Spain and you see architecture like the Sagrada de Familia, this to me was the most important architectural experience I've ever been around. But it was Gaudi, the architect, Antoni Gaudi, started this in 1883. He died in 1926, and it's still under construction today. But you can tell that he was doing something with soul and creativity and love. And it's not just your standard giant chapel. It's a basilica, actually, which is a designation, given by the Pope to important historical, architectural, and cultural landmarks like the Sagrada de Familia. But you could tell everywhere that Gaudi touched it, throughout all of Barcelona, he was doing it with that maraki, that grease, that soul, that creativity, that love. If you're Hawaiian, it's pono. That's your moral harmony. It's doing what's right for your people and for the planet. And then, of course, there's dharma in India, like your sacred path, the role you're meant to fulfill in this life. So these are all ancient cultures. And that's what I love about traveling abroad is we are such a youthful culture in the United States that we don't have thousands and thousands of years of wisdom that compounds and cultivates and manifests itself in the day-to-day living. And so it was really special for me to see that in Spain and then sort of explore this concept of que te dedicas, to what do you dedicate yourself? And so let me bring it back to our world a little bit. In our industry, we dedicate ourselves to helping people find better sleep, not just selling mattresses, but elevating people's lives, one good night's rest at a time. I just came across a little bit of data I think you might like to help you rededicate yourself to our purpose. CNET did a survey, a national sample survey, and look at this. They were asking people what would they want to purchase to get better sleep, and only 14% of them wanted to invest in like new technology, but 37% of them said they wanted to buy a better mattress. And it was the biggest category represented in all of the different areas that somebody was willing to make a purchase or make an investment. The biggest bucket was the mattress. People are starting to see that the mattress has that purpose and it's going to help them get a better night's sleep. And I think that's a big breakthrough for us because, we are stewards of that movement. We help people rest and recover and rise and ride through the countryside in Spain with energy and confidence. Like that's what we get to do for people. And I think it's really cool that there's not so much a dotted line anymore between the mattress and sleep. People are starting to see that connection. And that's a testament to all the work that you're doing, to the dedication that you've put into making sure that people understand the purpose behind this product. So, a que te dedicas, to what do you dedicate yourself? I'm dedicated to bringing people together. On the back of the coins that we give to our coin holders that come to Dream Camp, it says "Que la gente et crecer." Okay, that's Latin. I'm probably saying it incorrectly. It's Latin for gather and grow. I'm dedicated to these gatherings that we put together because I think there's growth and there's true connection. And if you want to deepen your dedication to the industry, to the products and the purpose, you can do that with us. And I always want to invite you to join us. Sleep Summit, it's an easy way to get plugged in. That's happening October 14th through the 17th. Circle it on your calendar, put like a hold on your digital devices. You're going to meet the rebels of rest, the mavericks of the mattress, the purpose-driven pioneers of this industry. That's where we're going to gather. And it's really, right now we've got our early bird special going on. You're going to save hundreds of dollars when you buy your ticket now. You got to do it before June 13th. Okay. That's Friday the 13th, June 13th. That's going to be bad luck if you don't do it. So get your savings now and rededicate yourself to the purpose. And that's what's special about Sleep Summit is conferences are about consumption. Summits are about solutions. They're about finding your tribe, deepening your dedication, and paving the path for the future, creating the future of sleep. So I want you to dedicate yourself and rededicate yourself as you head into Memorial Day and the summer months to the purpose behind the passion that we bring to this business. You know, my trip to Spain really reminded me that, you know, we're more than our titles. We're more than our tasks. We are people with purpose. And I was so thankful to spend it with Tara and to see her just, we said to ourselves, like, this is the best thing we've ever done. So a huge shout out to Divine. Andy with Divine is the founder. Harvey, the most amazing guide. I learned so much from you. And I'm going to bring a lot of that back to the Sleep Summit experience. Luigi, you're an amazing guy. I know you're truly dedicated to your craft of being an author as well. Luigi finished his novel in 18 months, working 4 hours in the morning every single day. Talk about dedication. And it's important to surround yourself with people that are dedicated, because you're going to absorb that and you're going to take that away and reflect on it and probably make life changes. You know, the old saying was, you know, Dad always said, you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So surround yourself in person with great people, So let's not talk about what we do as a job. Let's talk about a Que Te Dedicas.